Hello people! Welcome to my tier list video, which I haven't done any of this since the 31st of October 2021. My last tier list video was actually from my regular show character's opinion. Can't believe it's been about a year and a half nearly since I've done a tier. Is it a year and a half exactly as of now? Yeah, I think so. This will be about Disventure Camp characters, where I highly recommend Disventure Camp episodes. I highly recommend the show. What I'm trying to say, why? Because it's been inspired from Told Drama. Just to keep things brief, I recommend it. I do. I love Disventure Camp with its characters, its plots. It has an interesting elimination order, which I won't tell you to avoid spoilers if you haven't seen this Disventure Camp. And I do have a few favourites, which I will go into detail in a minute. Because I haven't done a tier list video in a long time, these will remain as they are, just to keep things brief. And here are the Disventure Camp characters, and I'll go through each one and I'll tell you what do I think about them and where do I place them at. Firstly, we're going to look at Oliver from Disventure Camp. I like Oliver, I do. I'll enter a little secret that probably not many people, even just a few, a little, has been thinking about. Oliver kind of reminds me of Steven Universe, he does. The similar face, the similar hair, even possibly the similar height. I wonder if there's a theory that Steven Universe and Oliver has something in common. I doubt it, but who knows? Where do I place Oliver at? I don't consider him as my favourite, but I don't consider him boring either. I'll put him on the A list, on the A area. I like him a lot, not my favourite, but he's far from boring or meh. I like him, I do. Kai we have next. I like Kai, I do. I don't consider him as my favourite either, but do I like him more than Oliver? To be honest, I didn't even know Kai was a name until I watched Disventure Camp. If you have seen Don't Stop Meowing, I think it's the one where it has Chase, Millie and Sky, the cats. They have a cousin named Kai, the cat. Where do I place Kai? I like him, but not as much as Oliver. But he's not a boring character, he's just alright, fine. Nothing special, but just fine. Connor we have next. What do I think of Connor? I like Connor, I do. With like a father figure role model, and he looks like he never really has a family in his life before. I don't think he's mentioned he has a family or anything. Do I like Connor more than Oliver? I've not really thought about this, to be honest. I like him more than Kai. Let's say then if I was a team leader, if I wasn't told drama and Oliver and Connor was the choice, who I would pick? I would pick Oliver because he's someone that looks like he might get bullied very easily, and I would feel very sorry for Oliver, I would. Excuse me for that. So I placed Connor between Oliver and Kai. I like him not as much as Oliver, but more than Kai. Maggie, and not the one from The Simpsons. I like Maggie, I do. I felt like she kind of had a bit of a missed potential or something, where during her time on the show, she kind of has some development, but then at the same time, I felt like it was missed potential. I really feel sorry for Maggie, I do that. She looks like an outsider and a bit of a lone wolf for herself. But eventually she does start to become friends with some of the characters on her team, which I will not reveal to avoid spoilers. Do I like Maggie more than Kai? I actually do. Do I like her more than Connor? Again, if I had to pick between Connor and Maggie, I'll definitely pick Maggie. Do I like Maggie more than Oliver? I like Maggie a lot, but again, she's only been developed a little, not as much as Oliver. If she got further in the game, then maybe I would consider her like a big favourite. Is Maggie one of my favourite characters? I really like Maggie for her like shy. She does have courage. She's just a different character that we don't really see very often when it comes to females like her. Sorry again. Um, oh, do I like Maggie more than Oliver? That's a tough one, that is, between them two. I like Maggie's design and her appearance and her colours, I do. I'll possibly put Maggie on the top 5 characters list, likely. So, possibly for now, I consider Maggie better than Oliver because it's her interesting character that we don't really see very often. Probably because it's the appearance and personality. I think that's what makes me interested. Yule is next. Yule is an interesting character, he is, and I really thought he was like, to me, he's easily looked like the show's anti-protagonist, and I really thought he was, and I can't, I was glad when he got eliminated, and Karma did came to him. How? You have to watch the show yourself to find out what happens. I recommend watching episode 1 and then watch all the way up to its recent episode to find out the whole story of Disventure Camp. Do I like Yul more than Kai? I like Yul for his um, I don't know, was it with Yul? He's just an evil character pretty much. Do I like him more than Connor? Um, I probably don't like Yule as much as Oliver, so I'll put him between him. I'll put Yule between Oliver and Connor. That's a hard one to say. Do I like Yule more than Connor? Tess. I absolutely really like Tess a lot. Why? She looks easy like a miserable girl who's never happy, but you're far from right. Tess is one of my top 3 favorite characters because how developed she is into the show. I definitely like Tess more than Oliver. Sorry again for coughing. I've been having a bit of a dry cough. I possibly do like Tess more than Maggie, so like I said, she's like one of my top 3 characters. So yeah, who does Tess remind me of? I mentioned that Oliver reminds me of Steven Universe. Does any of the other characters remind me of any others? To be honest, I don't think so. Yul does remind me of Chia Hao Chignug, one of the characters I have on Lewis Vlogs. But I don't think Kai, Maggie, or Connor reminds me of any other character apart from Oliver. I just really like Tess a lot, I do. One of my top 3. Lake we have next. Lake's an interesting character where she's very friendly, she has confidence, she's German, she's from Germany, she is. She's a really interesting character where she's very empathetic and very supportive, where She always has like a worried, concerning expression pretty much nearly all the while. Do I like Late more than Oliver? I do actually. Do I like Late more than Maggie? I possibly do. Do I like Late more than Tess? Um, I possibly like Tess more than Lake, but I really like Lake, I do. So she's probably my fourth favourite. So I like Lake more than Maggie, but not as much as Tess. Next up we have Carol. Carol is someone where she's definitely been inspired by this meme called Karen, where basically online, where people would video someone, acting really berserkingly, and they will call them Karen because it's this stereotype where she demands for the manager for her own needs. And Carol has definitely been inspired by the meme Karen. Do I like Carol more than Kai? Um, oh, I do actually. Do I like her more than Connor? I don't actually. Do I despise Carol? No, she's not really like one of my favourites, but I don't despise her. But she has like she's not always acting like a Karen. She does have a calm side to her. She's not always demanding, she can communicate in a calm way. Um so yeah, I'll probably put Carol here. Better than Kai, but not as better as Connor in my opinion. Sorry about that. Now, Ali. Ali gave me inspiration to create Sarah Soft on Lewis Vlogs. Ali is possibly my all-time favourite character from Disventure Camp. She's friendly, she's supportive, she's sociable. She can be serious, but she does show care to others, especially her best friends. um, she gave me inspiration to create Sarah Soft, where it's just one of those females where, and you're probably thinking from Lewis Vlog 87, what is a free people situation? I had this in my mind, and I had this in I don't know, maybe TV tropes, where the free people situation is where there's always a man, a girl like her, and a lad. It's interesting because maybe because with the creator who created Connor and Ali, I always put them together, and that's how that kind of made me feel about the free people situation. So, do I like Ali more than Tess? I do actually. I like Tess a lot, but Ali is probably my number one favourite character from Disventure Camp. Um, she is definitely my favourite, and I know this list is probably predictable to you because I've mentioned about my favourite, but I thought I'd tell you a few things about her, about my opinion. Rose Maria we have now. I really like Rose Maria from Disventure Camp, and to be honest, I really thought she wasn't going to reach the merge. She gets very far in the game, and no, I won't tell you which position she's landed or if she is in the final. Rose Maria, do I like her more than Oliver? Um, yeah, possibly. Do I like Rose Maria more than Maggie? I like how that Rose Maria has a caring side and she's sensible, and I like her a lot. I'll put her in between Maggie and Oliver. I like Rose Maria, but not as much as Maggie, but I like her more than Oliver. Hunter we have now. I like Hunter, I do. He's just calm and he wouldn't snap at someone. He's not evil, he's just calm, cool and collected pretty much, shall we say. And he is one of my favourite characters, but where do I place him? Do I like him more than Maggie? I do. Do I like him more than Lake? Hmm. If I had to choose someone, as a pick a member to have on my team, I'll pick Hunter. Do I like Hunter more than Tess? Oh my word, this is a tough one. Ooh, Hunter's a hard one, because I like him a lot. I like Ali the most still, but do I like Hunter more than Tess? I'll put him between Tess and Lake. He's my third favourite. James we have now. I don't mind James. To be honest, I felt like he was kind of a bit bland in my opinion. He's just like one of those social media characters where he's not too interesting. He's not as evil as Yul. He doesn't backstab anyone. He can be serious. He can be competitive, which is agreeable. Do I like him more than Kai and Carol? I possibly like him a bit more than Kai, but what about Carol? I'll put him between Carol and Kai, because I'm not sure about him, to be honest. He's not my favourite, he's alright, but he's just, I don't know, maybe a little bit predictable. I don't know. Rhea we have now. I like Rhea, I do. She's an Indian woman, she is. She's from India, she mentioned. And she has interesting personalities where she's not one-dimensional pretty much like Carol and Yul. Do I like Rhea more than Oliver? I'll put her between Oliver and Yul, I will. And finally we have Aiden. Aiden's a very interesting character, he is, where he's pretty much serious most of the time. He's friendly as well. He gets very far in the game, he does. I'm trying to think. I've been thinking to myself, imagine if Aiden and Ali were like really best friends, and I'm kind of surprised that they hardly interact with each other. But because this show is so interesting, I mean, it could have gone very differently. And yes, I will watch season 2 of Disventure Camp this May coming. There is a second season happening. Where do I put Aiden? Do I like Aiden more than Kai, James, Carol, Connor and Yul? I do. Do I like Aiden more than Rhea? I do. Do I like Aiden more than Oliver? I possibly do. I'll put Aiden in between Rosemaria and Oliver. So there you go. That's all the Disventure Camp characters, well, the contestants pretty much. My fifth favourite's Maggie, my fourth favourite's Lake, my third favourite is Hunter, my second favourite's Tess, and you probably guess who is my favourite character from Disventure Camp, and that's Ali, because she gave me inspiration to create a character of my own, and I love her design. I love the brown hair. She definitely looks like a teenager girl, she does. I definitely love her appearance. And there you go. That's pretty much the Disventure Camp characters of my opinion. Feel free to tell me who's your favourite and what if you have seen Disventure Camp. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you soon.